To the lives and needs of those who face disabilities. A neighborhood center geared to build relationships with people of all ages. And a food market tending to the lack of healthy food in certain communities. All of that and more coming up now on Community Connections. Hello and welcome to the March 26th edition of Community Connections. I'm your host, Sandy Max. Many nonprofit organizations can be found all throughout the Milwaukee area. Connecting people to the services they provide is what we aim to do here. Today we highlight 3 organizations, all built on the grounds of service to others. Independence First, a primary resource for access and disability, has been nationally recognized as an innovative leader in service delivery and advocacy. Let's take a look.
Disabilities in life. Finding programs that can assist in accommodating life's everyday activities is vital. Independence First is Milwaukee's primary resource for these issues.
We work with individuals in their home. We have about 1,600 employees who go into people's homes every day, help them get out of bed, get dressed, bathing, cooking, regular daily living skills. Without that, they may have to be in a hospital or live in a nursing home. So in that way, we help a lot of people stay in the community, in their home. We also work with businesses and government in terms of making sure our community is accessible. So a good example is Riverwalk. We've helped make sure that that's open to everyone. But other businesses too, restaurants and commercial businesses where folks can go in and continue to be part of the community even though they might have a disability.
People are willing to come home and they would like to live in their home. Nothing is better than sweet home. So it's very rewarding when you're able to provide to the person to come home and be independent with assistance of a worker, either a family member or a person that we allow to work for the consumer. And I think that's a very, very big accomplishment to just let them be home and independent.
Independence First provides many internal programs as well.
My name is Philip Wilson. I have been coming to Independence First for about 5 years now. I'm a paraplegic. I'm affiliated with Family Care, and I was told about a program. It was new out of Madison. It was like a pilot program, and they actually ran the program through Independence First, and that's how I ended up here. I first started working with Kristen Stern, and she got me into the computer recycling program. Basically what we do is we bring in, or not bring in, but they're donated, used computers, mostly from places like Northwestern Mutual and different banks around the city, just about anywhere. And we take the computers and we wipe the hard drives so there's no trace of their business on the computers. And then we load them with, right now it's Windows 10 operating system. And we check them out, make sure they work proper, no bad parts or batteries or anything like that. And then we give them out to people in need.
What makes Independence First above the rest is that over 50% of its staff, managers, and board have disabilities themselves. This common ground is what helps in their approach, leading to excellent outcomes.
Over the past 18 years, I would say the most rewarding aspect of my job is being happy to come to work and see the people that really have that aha moment. They have that feeling of independence that they may have never experienced before, and they can face life with new challenges and have the skills to be able to face those challenges and be successful. And they have that opportunity to do so because of the work that we do. I'm in the front lines. I'm working with people directly and helping them strive towards independence.
I think people need to have choices, and a lot of social services don't offer that. My primary role is to implement the WizTech program, which is a program that has over 1,000 pieces of adaptive equipment in it. And we help people with disabilities explore and understand that equipment. We are also part of a larger assistive technology program here at Independence First that includes our reutilization piece, which is the mobility store, and then also our alternative finance program, which is called WizLoan and Telework. We work across environment, across disability, and across age groups. So on a daily basis, we could be dealing with children, we could be dealing with seniors, we could be dealing with younger people, we could be working with somebody who has a physical disability or a sensory disability or a mental health disability. We do an enormous amount of education, and we work with people just to help them understand what their options are. But we also work with professionals, and we try to help them understand what kind of resources are available to help somebody be more independent. Equipment can be anything from a pen adapter all the way up to a telepresence robot, and what is needed by a person is determined by their situation. So it can be something simple or something complex. We really don't know until we get in there and get a chance to work with the person and figure out what the barrier is and what is needed to solve that barrier. So it can be literally anything. I love being able to come in and solve a puzzle for somebody and help them find the answer.
What a wonderful mission, and I'm so pleased to introduce to you in the studio with us Lee Schulz, the CEO of Independence First. Lee, thank you so much for coming to the studio with us.
Well, Sandy, this is a wonderful opportunity. I'm glad I'm here.
Well, and thank you for so much that you do for so many people. How long have you been involved with Independence First?
I've been at Independence First for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it was originally named Southeastern Wisconsin Center for Independent Living. So we've been Independence First for about 25 years. What
a mission. You've really changed the lives of a lot of people in those years.
Well, we have a lot of other people on staff who really changed their lives. I'm just there.
Well, you're doing great work. Is Independence First geared more towards long-term care or short-term care?
Actually, really both. I mean, we have people that come in with new disabilities or health care changes, and we'll help them get through that. We have a program, personal care program, that provides care in people's home as long as they need it. We've had some customers for 20 years.
Sure. The range, you know, and we were chatting a little bit before, people who don't start with disabilities in their lives sometimes wind up with them later in life.
Yeah, absolutely. As we all age, it seems like more of us get disabilities.
So how large is your staff at Independence First?
We have about 105 staff in-house, and then about 1,600 personal care workers that go into people's homes every day.
And a large percentage of people on the Independence First staff are people with disabilities.
Yeah, a requirement to be an independent living center is over 50% of the people have to be disabilities. On staff, we have about 70%.
Do you find that that helps having a staff that really probably can relate to the people that you serve?
Yeah, and actually one of our services is peer counseling, so that's under your planning. You have somebody with a disability working with somebody with a disability. But obviously folks who have disabilities have experienced transportation issues, health issues, program issues, so yeah, they know how to help other people that have the same problems.
And I think with the peer-to-peer counseling, I think we think disabilities, you automatically think physical, but the peer-to-peer counseling is also kind of coming to grips with some of the disabilities you may have permanently or temporarily.
Right, absolutely. And Independence First serves all disabilities, all ages, so mental health, vision, sensory impairments, physical disabilities, mobility impairments.
So you have a good staff, but
Yep.
I assume that you also welcome volunteers. How can someone get involved with Independence First if they say, that's an organization really doing some good, I'd love to be involved?
They can go to our website or call us at 414-291-7520. We do have a volunteer coordinator. We have about 470 volunteers every year that work with us in a variety of different things. It could be peer counseling, it could be educating people about disabilities, or it could be helping with us some of the internal tasks of the agency.
Well, thank you for all of your wonderful work so far with Independence First for the past 30 years. Lee Shows, continued success to you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Sandy.
Next, we head to the northwest side of Milwaukee and a look at a neighborhood center focused on building safer and stronger communities. This is the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center.
Surrounding community. From competitive sports programs to employment navigating services, the staff at this organization seeks to serve, benefit, and impact the lives of many.
When I first joined Silver Spring, I was very excited about our mission. And our mission is quite simply to help individuals and families achieve self-sufficiency. And as I spent more time here, we haven't officially expanded our mission, but I realize it's about much more than that in the neighborhood. It's about creating community, and it's about helping people to find a voice to represent their interests. But our official mission is to help people achieve self-sufficiency.
I mean, we're here to serve the needs of the people in this area, in the West Lawn area and the surrounding neighborhood. And what does that mean by the needs? I mean, and that can vary. That can vary from needing a bag of groceries to make it through payday to payday, because we do have a lot of people that are gainfully employed. There's still home ownership in this area, but you know, let's face it, sometimes there are times where you just can't make it from one pay period to the other. So we are here to service the youth so that they have a place to come after school for educational assistance to what they offer in school, to recreational programming. Again, we have the community health service, so the needs vary, and we try to keep our programming relevant to the population of the area. And that does change, and if you look around, West Lawn is changing. The housing, the structure of West Lawn is changing. So when you have housing that changes, the needs of the people change. So we always really work to keep our programming relevant to the people in the area. Because we're here for the people, and it's not always easy because needs come in a lot of different sizes and shapes. And so I think meeting those needs, having the right people in place in terms of staffing is really critical. And that means having staff that are here that can have the conversations, sometimes hard ones, to kind of maybe dig and see what's really needed for a person. And having staff that understand the importance of building relationships to help meet the needs of people.
Building relationships is a necessity when serving the community. In order to make a difference, one must make a genuine connection. The Silver Spring Neighborhood Center understands and lives by this.
The most challenging parts of this job is breaking down the barriers that most of our kids come with. You know, with the social and economic issues, with the educational issues that our children are facing, you know, they develop barriers. And in order to gain and grow, you have to get past the barriers so that we can find common ground, then we can move forward.
I do what I do because I love people, I love community, I am the people. I have a passion for seeing change. I have a passion for the community. I have a passion for children. I have a passion for elderly. I just love people, and I love seeing people, underprivileged people, have an opportunity at change and having someone dedicated to change in their corner like myself.
No one is left out when it comes to the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center. Young and old are welcome, and all have a place. Kimberly Lowe is the Child Development Director of the Elaine Shriver Child Development Center, which is located within the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center.
We're connected with the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center to offer quality child care to the families that are within the community. I would say that on an average, about 91% of our children, when they leave our program, they are ready for school, and they are entering school at literacy-based ready levels. Some of the challenges that we face for myself is seeing the children actually leave our program due to different impacts of life that allows them to leave the center. And so that is a big challenge. A lot of times the families experience, loss of income, or either they move out of the area or due to unemployment. Every child matters, and we value each and every child and family that we serve, and that we focus on developing the holistic child.
Every child matters. As children grow, their needs differ. Kaylin Jones, the Youth and Teen Program Coordinator, handles the day-to-day duties associated with impacting the youth that attend the center.
With our teams, we have homework help, academic enrichment. We do social development every single day for 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday. Each month we focus on a different topic. So January for us has been Healthy Living Month. December was financial literacy. We do college and career readiness. We've done cultural awareness. So just different topics that we work on in our different social development groups. So we have a male group that meets twice a week, which stands for Maturing and Loving Everyone. We have a lady group that stands for Loving and Developing Yourself. We have a teen leadership club that has 4 teen officers that oversee the group. We do a teen talk program, and then we have guest speakers that come in and do different programs based around our monthly topic. And then we have recreation, so we have open gym nightly. We have a fashion club where kids can make clothes, sell their clothes, and earn money. We have a praise dance program, a paint program. We have a choir, some of everything.
The reason why I like doing my homework here is because I get to I have people, I don't have to wait for somebody to help me. I will just ask one of the teams or somebody to help me. I don't always have to wait.
It's a very positive place, there's a lot of enthusiastic people here. Everybody has a positive attitude. You come in here, you get greeted at the door, you walk in, you get a smile right from the door. It's just a really good place to come to.
And from the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center, we have here in the studio with us Devin Hudson and Kaylin Jones. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome. Thank you.
It's fun to see you on TV there. What inspired you to first get started with the Silver Spring Community Center? Devin, you go first.
Okay. For me, my reasoning is a little different because I actually spent 20 years in media first.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was in broadcast media and learned a lot about the City of Milwaukee and some of the community issues, and it just kind of gave me a different type of exposure. I always, even in media, had a passion for people, so I kind of made that transition from the profit world into the nonprofit world. And actually a former classmate of mine sought me out and brought me over to the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center. So that's how I ended up here.
And what inspires you now to stay there?
The people, definitely the people. I'm all about equality. I'm constantly pushing for equality for people. I love to see people grow and learn and always do better. And I think that this offers the perfect platform to help people do that.
And Kaylin, how about you? What inspired you to first get involved in the community center?
So I've been at the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center for almost 13 years. So I started coming when I was 14 for a basketball game. And very similar to what Devin said, there was just this atmosphere of welcoming family. So from there I started volunteering, and I have not left since then. So
that's wonderful. What programs do you specifically have that feature involving the whole family?
Really, all of our programs do at some point, right? So we offer services that really cross the lifespan. So from prenatal care coordination in our nursing center to senior care services through our food pantry. So what does that include? Education through our child development center, the community learning centers, after school programs, the teen program, which also includes sports, and our adult education and employment programs.
And what are the community learning centers?
So community learning centers are through MPS.
They're after-school programs, so we host 3 of them. We're connected to Browning Elementary School, and we also have community learning centers at Obama School and at Thurston Woods campus. So they range in age. We have kindergarten all the way up through high school programming after school for students. That includes academic enrichment, homework help, recreation. They get meals, and tons of other opportunities through those programs.
What a wonderful resource you're a part of. What is the best way, if other people watching are inspired to get involved, to volunteer and find out more about the Silver Spring Community Center?
Well, they can log into our website at www.ssnc-milw.org. Go to the website. There's volunteer information there. They can contact us or give us a call. And we have a volunteer coordinator that can link them to one of our various programs.
Well, thank you so much for all the community work that you do now, and truly building connections between people and where they live. So thank you so much for your work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Healthy, fresh, local. These are words that motivate the initiative behind Fondy Foods. Watch this.
In support of the historic Fondy Market on Milwaukee's north side, Fondy Foods was created. It recognized the lack of access to fresh food for the community in the surrounding area.
Fondy Food Center's mission is to connect neighborhoods to fresh local food from farm to market to table. And we do that by operating farmers markets, our farm project, as well as a citywide healthy food access project that connects more low-income consumers to more of Milwaukee area farmers markets. We exist and we do this work because we are improving public health of the neighborhoods in which we work. We're improving the local economy, and at the same time, by building a better food system, we're protecting the environment.
Protecting the environment requires a lot of detail and hard work. Stephen Petro serves Fondy Foods as the Chief Operating Officer and Farm Director.
The main thing I do as a farm director is help run a 40-acre farm up in Port Washington, Wisconsin. We started in 2011. Our first growing season was 7 farmers. This past year we've had 12 farmers, and I assist them in all aspects of production, from preparing land for them, helping them with that, assisting with access to different resources, and also fixing anything that breaks.
Fondy Foods' passion for creating opportunities to a healthy dinner table stems from its staff having a history in contributing to community health.
So I came to Fondy in the summer of 2014. Prior to that, I had been doing years and years of work as a registered dietitian in community nutrition and diabetes health. What really brought me to Fondy, I think, was that I was getting more and more interested in public health, and I appreciated how Fondy's farmers market and food systems work contributed to improving the public health of our local community.
We have farmers markets in Milwaukee that are open all year round, and makers markets. Just below our office here, there's a market every Saturday in the winter, and we run a winter market at the Mitchell Domes, but there's markets all around, and supporting local farmers, both through the farmers markets and any way that you can is a great way to be part of that movement, and it helps that healthy people part of the equation. We're all going to do better if we're all healthier. Healthy farmers, healthy farm, healthy people.
Healthy farmers, healthy farm, healthy people. It's so true. And joining us in the studio, Jennifer Casey and Stephen Petro from Fondy Foods. Welcome.
Thank
Hello.
you. Thank you for having us.
Interesting to
Sandy.
see all of this work that you're doing. And Stephen, what does it really mean to be a farm director? What do you do?
Boy, that's a good question. It involves a lot of things, and it's changed a little bit since we started our farm in 2011. But a lot of my main responsibilities revolve around operating our farm. So we run a 22-acre farm about 30 miles north of Milwaukee. To give people a sense of size, an acre is about the size of a football field. So it's a lot of space. And I work hand in hand, arm in arm, and near and far with farmers. So we work with about 12 farmers. They're local farmers selling primarily at farmers markets, and they're also immigrants. Many of them have come from another country. We work with a lot of Hmong farmers. And I'm there to assist them everything from plowing up the fields in the spring to if they need assistance with selling their product to help them, or if they're having a problem with a pest or a soil issue, nutrient deficiency. I try to help them throughout the season, and also with just general operations, day-to-day stuff, infrastructure, and behind-the-scenes stuff too. So
it's a big job.
Yeah, a lot going on.
It's a very big job. So now we have all this wonderful food from the farm. Jennifer, tell us about the farmers markets.
Certainly. I mean, so since we've expanded, Fondy Food Center has expanded to operate now 3 farmers markets in the Milwaukee area, including the Milwaukee Winter Farmers Market, which is going on through April every Saturday. And we have 122 local food producers and farmers that sell at our markets. So people can come to the Fondy Farmers Market, the Milwaukee Winter Market, the Schlitz Park Farmers Market, and find really high quality fresh fruits and vegetables, incredible Wisconsin cheeses and meats, as well as a bunch of bakery and delicious, delicious hot foods.
Well, of course, that shopping at the farmers markets is one of the best ways to support Fondy Foods. What are some other ways if people are watching and inspired and want to volunteer or participate more?
Certainly. Well, obviously, you know, it takes resources to operate 3 very large farmers markets and a farm. So when people donate, it directly translates into us being able to do the work that we do. And we also, you know, part of the lifeblood of Fondy is our volunteers. We have over 100 volunteers that we work with throughout the year, whether it's helping Stephen on the farm or coming to staff the info booth at one of our farmers markets, being on a committee, doing spring cleanup, you name it. But we definitely have lots of opportunities for volunteers.
And what's the website to go to look that up?
www.fondymarket.org.
Perfect. Thanks so much for being here today. Thanks for all the great work that you're doing.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thanks for having us.
That about wraps it up for today. A special thanks to all of today's guests from Independence First, Silver Spring Neighborhood Center, and Fondy Foods. And thank you to you for watching this edition of Community Connections. We hope you're inspired to get involved in your community. Be sure to join us next time and stay connected.